On this Wellness Wednesday, building respect with your partner. It's not always easy, nor is it something that you probably talk about, but it's so important and necessary in a relationship. So what does it look like and how do we do it? Let's ask the expert. Joining me now is therapist Julianna Lyddon. All right, Julianna, I know you deal with this topic a lot with your clients. And before, of course, that we can build respect in our relationship, you say that we have to work on something else first.
Yes.
What is that?
We have to love ourselves first. As cliche as that sounds, if we don't love ourselves, we can't give our love away to somebody else. And let me tell you, it's a big thing people have trouble with, really getting into that space within themselves.
Yeah, I'm sure. And you know, building respect, of course, it's based on healthy boundaries.
Yes.
So explain what this healthy boundaries, what it looks like.
So when you're in a healthy relationship, you naturally have boundaries that are kind of automatic. You wouldn't even really think about it.
Yeah.
So for example, when you're in that space of self-respect, you're not even going to think about allowing someone to walk on you, to abuse you, to treat you poorly. And it's just this automatic kind of under the surface thing.
Yeah.
So when we don't have it, we really can get into a bad space of allowing those things to happen.
Yeah, and now I see why that self-love
Yes.
is so important, that self-respect as well.
right.
Okay, so let's talk about the 3 things that make self-respect hard in a relationship first.
Oh my gosh, I tell you what, insecurities. So when you are a person who is really insecure, we've all probably been in relationships like that even when we were younger, what happens is then you become jealous, you become more clingy, and it just creates, the other person is always like, hey, it's okay, babe, it's okay, don't worry about it.
You know, they gotta prove to you.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's never enough.
That's right.
Sometimes.
It can really, really be hard.
You also talk about the fear of being alone.
That is the #1 fear people have. So think about it. When you're in a relationship, if this fear is alive and well in you, then what happens is you get desperate. So you're going to drop your boundaries. You're going to be, you know, you're in that place where you're going to sacrifice yourself because you're going to do anything. You don't want to be alone.
Oh, that's tough.
It's a big one.
Also, not being able to emotionally self-regulate. What do you mean by this?
Well, so many of us, all of us in one way or another has had a wound or maybe even trauma, or maybe we have anger issues and we have trouble, what I call self-soothing. Being able to really calm yourself when you need to be.
Yeah.
And so if you're in a relationship and you're always kind of getting out there, you know, you can't really bring it in.
Yes.
You can't really have a healthy conversation when you need to. It creates havoc. It creates this kind of, you start to get into that place of not having a lot of respect for yourself. And often in the relationship.
When you feel like you're out of control. And you can't, you know, reel it in.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. So you've got 5 tips to build self-respect in your relationship. And the first one is all about validation.
Yeah, we love to get those stars. Remember when you were a little kid?
Oh my gosh, the stars and the happy faces, all of it, yes.
So you know what? Love your partner, validate your partner, let them know how proud you are, let them know how much you love them. You have to do it. It's so important.
And you know what? Sadly, it's probably, you know, not, you don't say that enough.
I know.
Right?
You don't. You might be thinking it.
You might be thinking it, but it never comes out.
Yeah. Or you're like, oh, you look cute today. You're thinking in your head.
Right.
But you don't really say it.
Yeah.
You forget,
and then when you do say it, they're like, what?
Yeah.
Is everything okay? Okay. Next one, you say give space.
Oh, so often I will have couples in and one of the couple or, you know, individual in the couple will be like, well, I don't know why you want to go out with your friends or why you want to do that. Why don't you want to be with me? And I'm like, hey now, we've got to be able to have our own lives too.
Yes.
It's when we have this ability to be independent,
Yes.
beautiful human beings, but we come together in this union and share that is when it really sings.
That is so important.
Give space.
Right, right. Do your own thing.
That's right.
And then you could do a couple things.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, you say compromise. To me, that's big.
Oh my gosh, it is so big because another thing I see a lot with couples is one person in the couple usually has the power, right? Not always, but a lot of times.
Right.
So whether they're bullying or they're in control or they want to do this, and what happens is it's a slow bleed over time, the other person shuts down.
Yeah.
So you don't have the mutual respect. Come together, and it needs to be this compromise.
Halfway.
Not always what you want.
Right.
Right? Sometimes.
Yeah.
We can get our way.
Right. Yeah, well, and especially if you feel that passionate about it, then, you know, then you can find a way, but it's not always your way or the highway.
That's right. Not always.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Okay.
Got that.
You also say speak your truth.
Yes. Don't let somebody quiet you. And don't let someone make you feel that you don't have a voice, that you don't have the power. So when they do that, boy, is that a shame.
Yeah.
Because they're taking away this beautiful piece of yourself.
Yeah.
So when you feel shut down, find a way or get help to learn to language what you need to
speak
in the
up.
relationship.
Oh,
You don't have to
that's
get
so
mad,
huge.
but you have to say, hey, this isn't fair.
Yeah. And finally, real quick, self-care.
Self-care, well, we got to take care of ourselves.
Yes.
Because again, that goes back to self-love. Do it because you're going to be better for your partner.
Absolutely. Oh, Julianna, so good. We could keep on going,
know.
but now